The General Setup page on the system is the first page within the Accounts section that must be set up before attempting to set up invoicing or expenses on the system. The General Setup page can be found by placing a mouse over the Accounts icon and clicking on General Setup. You will then be taken to this page. At the top of the page you will find the invoice contact information. This information will display on all invoices that you create on the system. Simply enter your company name, address, telephone number, and email. Beneath this, you will see the working hours per week. You must enter the average working hours per week that you work as a childminder. The maximum number that you can select is 40 hours. Beneath this you have the payment options. Select how you accept payment of your invoices. This information will be clearly displayed on all invoices that you create. Tick and untick the boxes relevant to the method of payment that you accept. Beneath this, you must enter the information relative to the details you selected. Therefore, if you accept check as a payment, simply enter the name that the check should be made payable to. If you accept bank transfer, enter your bank name, address, account number and sort code. The contracted hourly rate section allows you to enter a number of rates that you charge within your setting. Rate 1 is the default charge that will be charged for the hourly rate for your childcare. Rate 2 to 5 can be any other value that you charge, for example double time, or time and a half, etc. The rates that you enter here can be adjustable for each child. Therefore, if you charge an hourly rate of £5 for one child, and another child you charge £4.50, you can edit that child's individually hourly rate and reduce your rate 1 on their settings from £5 to £4.50. Beneath the open rates, you will see the closed rates. These are the rates that you will charge when your setting is closed. Again, these can be any rate but would normally display as a zero value, as you would not charge when you are closed. If you charge per care within your setting, at a half-day and full-day rate, you can enter that information below. You must first select the number of hours where you would charge a half-day rate. In this example, you can see that we have selected up to 4 hours. We will charge a half-day rate of £20. Over 4 hours, we would then charge a full-day rate of £40. Likewise, the closed rate section is the rate that you would charge up to 4 hours, half-day rate and full-day rate. Again, these would normally be set as 0. If you provide before and after school care, you can enter the rates that you charge for the before school rate and the after school rate. Here in this example, we have selected our before school rate as £10 and our after school rate as £10. Once again, we enter the close rate that we charge when the setting is closed. If you charge a session rate for specific care, you can add your session rate within this section. Here we can see we have a summer daycare rate. The open rate is £50 for the day and the closed rate is 0. If you would like to add a session rate, click on the Add Session Rate button shown here. You can now enter your session name. And now enter your open rate and your close rate. Our open rate will be £40 and our close rate will be £0. Once you have entered the information, click on the Save button to save the rate. You will now see our example session rate here, with an open rate of £40 and a close rate of £0. Click here if you would like to edit or delete those session rates. You will now see an option to apply the rate changes to all children. If this is the first time that you have been to this page, you would select New Children. However, if you have made changes to your rates and you would like to apply those changes to all the children on the system, you can select the Existing Children option. So for example, if you had set up this general settings page a year ago, and your hourly rate was £4, and you have now changed your hourly rate to £5, you can select Existing Children, and this will now apply an hourly rate of £5 to all the existing children settings. This is relative to all the session rates, the before and after school rates, and the half-day, full-day rates. If you do not want to apply these new rates to the existing children on the system, select the New Children option. Beneath this you will now see the childcare funding rates. If you receive childcare funding for 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, tick the box below here to enter the rates you receive for each age group. Here we can see the 2-year-old funding rate, we claim £4 an hour, and the 3 and 4-year-old rate, we claim £5 an hour. If you receive early years pupil premium, enter the rate that you receive shown here. We now have the food and drink allowance. Each time you create an invoice for a child, and you have stated you have provided a meal for that child, you can claim back the expenses shown below. In addition, if you charge for meals, you can also charge the parents for the meals within the invoice. Just enter the value you charge for each breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, and dinner for the age ranges shown here. Under 12 months, 13 to 60 months, and over 60 months. As before, you can apply these meal cost changes to all children. Do you only want to apply it to new children you add to the system, or do you want to apply the rates to the existing children on the system? Again, for example, if you only used to charge £1.50 for a morning snack, and you now charge £2 for a morning snack, and you would like to apply this cost change to all the existing children on the system, select the existing children option. When you save this page, the new rates will then be applied to the existing children settings. And going forward, all future invoices will be invoiced at the new rate that you have entered here. Within the vehicle expenses section, you can decide whether you claim your expenses on a pence per mile rate or a percentage of your vehicle expenses. If you claim for a pence per mile, you can claim each mile you travel at 45 pence per mile, up to 10,000 miles per year, and then at 25 pence per mile, over 10,000 miles per year. Alternatively, you may claim a percentage of your vehicle's expenses. So if you use your vehicle 75% of the time for your business, you may claim 75% of the total running costs of the vehicle. This includes fuel purchases, insurance, servicing, etc. Decide whether you would like to claim pence per mile or a percentage of your vehicle expenses. Please note, once you have chosen one option, this cannot be changed later when calculating your expenses. And finally, you can upload a business logo. Just click on the plus icon, select the location of the logo on your system, and this logo will then appear at the top of the invoices that you create on the system. Once you are happy with the information you have entered, click Save at the bottom of the page to save your changes. You can return to this page at any time to make changes to your general account settings.